What's up everyone, Tactical Blue here. So man, it's been a while since I made my last video. Ever since the raid came out, I quit because just everything wasn't feeling fun anymore, and the skill builds were. I'm a skill build player mostly, and skill builds were just shit and underwhelming. But in the next title update, they said they were making it better, so I thought I'd ease myself into coming back into the game. So yeah, I wanted to bring you my explosive skill build. Now, this is nothing new. Everyone knows this. You know the demo specialists, the cluster seeker mines, or the explosive one, and the bombarder drone. Now this is all skill power using the destructive talents to boost explosive damage. So of course I'm using the demo specialist for the extra explosive damage. Um, Weapons. I'm using the G36C only because it has in rhythm, which gives me the an extra chance for my skills to come back after every 5% after every kill, and it's once every 60 seconds. And I have two of them. One also on my pistol because I feel like it stacks. I feel like I get more chances. And then of course I'm using the merciless because it has that explosive damage every time it detonates. Now, before I didn't have the merciless, and I didn't want to record this build because I felt like it wasn't complete. But now that I have the merciless, I feel like I have weapon power other than skill power. So now I can use my weapon rather than just using skills all the time and hiding behind cover. Now you can just use this. Now, when it comes to skill power, you only want to have enough skill power to unlock, to be able to use the mods on your skills. So on my secret mines, I have 2600. So that's just about enough to unlock all of them, to go to use all of them. I'm using one cooldown mod to get it to 10 seconds, and I'm using just all damage. Just want to go all damage because clusters, they don't do as much damage, but with these two mods, they should be able to, do good damage. Drone, of course, I have 2900. That's a little bit more than I need, but that's fine. I'm using another cooldown mod and one blast radius to increase the radius of the whole bomb line, and then just a plus 3 extra bombs because there's not much to go off. There it is. Now let's show you what I have on my gear. So I'm using a wyvern mask. I'm using two of them, two wyvern pieces, because it gives me the 15 plus drone skill power, and I don't have that many good mods on my drone, so that's good. And of course I got a 9% cooldown and 278 skill power, and I'm using a surge instead of destructive because without that my drone wouldn't be at 10 seconds. It would be higher, and I want everything to be at 10 seconds to be like the most optimal. Now that I have an Alp Summit chest piece with 752 skill power and destructive. And of course, I'm wearing two Alp Summit pieces that gives me 10% cooldown reduction, 5% skill power, another boost. And of course, these are my mods right here. I'm using a wyvern holster with 21% cooldown reduction and destructive. There's my mod. I'm using China Light knee pads because it gives me the extra 10% explosive damage, and I got destructive again and 332 skill power. And there's my mod. And I'm using Raldi gloves only because it has skill power. It has a good amount of skill power, and then destructive. There we go. And Your Alp Summit backpack with 15% cooldown reduction and 410 skill power. Destructive. I'm using skilled because, of course, I want to get my skill back as much as I can. That whip in rhythm, really helpful. Skill mod, offensive mod. And yeah, that's about it. Now let me show you, I guess I'll go through this mission and show you guys just how it works. We'll do it on challenging. There we go. Of course, if you wanted to see the build, if you just wanted to see the build, you can just leave right now. Hope you liked the video. Yeah, let's go through this. Alright. There we go. Now there are some problems with the bombarder drone where when I would try to mark an area, it either the drone either wouldn't go, it would stay still, or it would just destroy itself, which I don't know why it's doing that. Or when you mark an area, it would mark through the map out of the whole game. I don't know why, but it just does. There's a lot of issues with skills, so I hope they fix them. Like when I read the notes for the PTS, they said that they were finally fixing the revive hive for like third time or fourth time. There's also, I guess there's also an issue with the seeker mines where, you know how when you throw the seeker mines down, they explode into little bombs. The explosions into the little bombs would do damage to you. And early into the game, when the game first came out, those little explosions would kill you and down you, and that was just super annoying. So I hope they fix that. That's one of my favorite quotes from the game, Coyote. See, as you can see, my skill is just proccing a lot. There are times where in rhythm procs like freaking 2-3 times in a row. It's pretty crazy. Nope. There we go. Yeah, let's just pick it up. This is feeling super easy and it's on challenging. You know, I always felt like for each difficulty there should be a certain color of enemies, like normal red, hard purple, and challenging yellow. And I think that's kind of how it was in D1. It was mostly yellows when you're doing challenging and heroic. I think they said they wanted more diversity, so I guess that's alright. But it does kind of like make damage to elites useless on the harder stuff. I mean, there's more yellows on hard coaches for sure, but I feel like damage to elites it gets less useless later on. I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion on that. Here we go, going down in. Try to be quick with this video, so I want to just make it super long. And Bombardier drone is destroying everything. Bam. Like with 4 players difficulty, the everything actually gets harder on challenging. So, solo, it's easy. So on harder difficulties, it's way harder to kill yellow enemies. Way harder. So without damage to elites, this build will feel way, or with it would feel way stronger. But like you would have to replace the destructive talents with hard hitting. You would have to get. I mean, I guess I can try to get damage to elites on the mask, but then that would mess up this build right now. It'd be hard to make because you have 2 different talents. If you could put damage to elites on something else, like on your weapon more, then that would definitely help for sure. I think I'm like halfway. Bam. Destroyed him. Oh, skill's rocking. See if I can get this rusher coming towards me. Nope. Oh, and rhythm proc though. There you go. Ooh, okay, let me show you guys how Merciless works. Oh. So pretty much it shoots 2 rounds. It has a binary trigger that shoots 2 rounds, right? When you press when you press R2, it shoots the first round, and when you release R2, it shoots the second round. The first round of the shot is it shoots a primary, which embeds itself into the enemy. So on the heavy enemies, it actually goes through their armor, and then when you shoot them with the second round, it detonates that first bullet, the primer. And then you see that red symbol right there. When you shoot an enemy, of course it marks them, telling you that it marks them. You're able to mark an enemy 5 times to increase that explosive damage of that first primer. But of course, if you want to mark them more than 1 time, then you can't shoot them with the second round, the detonator. You can only shoot them with the first bullet. So you have to hold R2 and then release your second round somewhere else. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it tells you on the weapon itself too. And of course, the more marks you have on someone, the more damage you do. So like 1 explosion on an enemy would do like from 100 to 300k damage, explosive damage. And then I think with 5 marks, I do like at least 1.5 million, depending on how much damage you have on your weapon, how much explosive damage you have. Of course, the explosive damage increases. Oh shit. Get these guys. Got him. There's a rusher coming. Gotcha. And I think the explosive damage stuns those rushers when they like try to run at you. I think it stops them from running. And of course, earlier when you saw, pretty much the Merciless is like perfect for those heavy guys because it just shoots through their, it just destroys them because it just shoots through their armor. Same with dogs. Pretty much all enemies that have armor, it'll just rip through them, making the Merciless just freaking just perfect for this build because you don't really have weapon damage. You're all like spec'd into skill power and stuff, so it helps. for sure. Alright, here we go. Bam. See if it kills that guy in the back too. Oh, almost. Man, the bombarder drone takes a long time to like go out. Like I wish the drone like was faster. Oh, they can kill that guy. Superman's out. Move up a little bit. Oh, pick that up. What? What's shooting at me when the guy is dead? Oh, this is still okay. Alright. Oh. Second wave. Take them out. Oh. Let's get some grenade launcher action. Oh yeah. And of course, with the demo specialist, one of the perks is every time you get a explosive kill, you get special ammo back. Any explosive kill that besides your grenade launcher will give you special ammo back. And I'm not sure if that's guaranteed or just a chance or a high chance, but that's what makes this build perfect. Because both your skills do explosive damage, and the merciless, when you detonate it, that's explosive damage too. So that's just a very efficient way to get your special ammo quick. And of course, on harder difficulties, it's going to be less to get special ammo. Well, it depends on how good you are, or how fast you can kill enemies. Oh, there they are. Oh, I think I did it too late. Oh, I got him. There we go. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna rush her. Merciless action. Right, there he is. Looks like there's one more guy. Sniper. There it is. Ah. Come on, peek out. Got him. Alright, boss stage. So pretty much when you're fighting bosses or heavies, you can pretty much just one-shot them. Except for like heroic stuff, maybe. So I'm gonna show you. I'll kill everyone first, and then I'll keep Coyote for last. I'll show you. And so far, every time I've done this to Coyote, I've got her to drop the exotic merciless. Oh, and the grenades. Oh shit! I see that guy. Drop a drone on him. No! Oh shit! You can actually kill yourself with the bombarder drone. I've done that a lot of times. The jello guys are harder to kill. Oh, never mind, not with the merciless. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna mark. There's one. Just remember, you gotta shoot one, release one somewhere else. Don't shoot them with the second one yet, until you get 5 marks. And you can see the marks on the side of your weapon. You can see how many marks you have on the enemy. And of course, you can only mark one enemy at a time. The moment you start marking someone else, the marks on the old enemy disappear. Ooh, shit. Bam! Oh, man, second wave came out already. Bam. Also, when you for some reason when you're still over here and you don't go near Coyote and then you kill her instantly, you don't see her loot drop. I think because you kill her too fast. But every time I do that, I seem to get good drops. Alright, let's go. You know, let's go see what she has. I don't see it so far. There we go. Okay, so I just want to get closer. Alright, well, nothing's there. Wait, what's that green thing? Oh, just a component. Yeah, whatever. Alright, well, that was my build. Hope you liked the video. You know, drop a like if you did. And, yeah. Peace.